Before we dive into 1931, we're going to trace back a few steps to 1927, when internal political violence arose and separated China into factions such as left-wing and right-wing political parties. This date in history is known as several names, one of which being White Terror, which is also the name for several other horrible events in history. For this one in particular, it was known as White Terror, the April 12th incident, and most commonly, the Shanghai Massacre. Under right-wing military lead of Chiang Kai-shek, the Conservative Party attacked the Communist Party in Shanghai. The estimated deaths are between 5,000 and 10,000, but the sources are not verifiable because it's all based on estimates. The general idea is that 300 were arrested and about 5,000 or so went entirely missing. The others were brutally murdered, tortured, and just executed. Kai-shek dissolved all labor unions under communist command. Photographs were taken of this massacre by the military. They would reproduce or copy these photos and send them to their friends and families as keepsakes of what they endured at war, which this is common practice for wars, including World War II. In 1928, the Japanese assassinated Jiang Zuolin because they wanted control of Manchuria. They bombed his train. September 18th, 1931, the Japanese staged a bombing near the Manchurian railroad tracks. The incident itself caused minimal damage. No one was harmed. But the Japanese used this as an excuse to attack the Chinese, saying that they were the ones who did it. Several months later, in January of 1932, the Japanese dropped flares at dawn to terrify the Chinese. And shortly after, they began bombing.